everyone, my name is Udita Kuntia. I'm from class 4 towards school Bhubaneswar, and today I'll tell you a very beautiful story. And can you tell what's that story name? That story name is The Tale of the Two Boys and the Kitten. So here, the first I'll tell the three main characters. The two boys are not Geoff. His name is Harry. Sorry, not Harry. It's Geoff, and then Tom and Kitten. So Tom was a bad boy, and Geoff was a good boy, and Kitten is a kitten, as you know. Geoff's real name was Harry, but everyone called him as Geoff. His mother only called him Geoff, but else his parents only called him Geoff, and else everyone called him Harry only. So we will also call him Harry. And so one day Harry was in bed with a bad cold and was feeling very terrible. His mother said, "Don't worry, Geoff. Today you are feeling horrid today, and you may feel better tomorrow. You want to sit and eat some jelly and drink some squashed orange and play with the soldiers." And Geoff did feel horrid that day, but the very next day he wanted to sit up. But his mother said, "No, don't. It's not the time yet. You may be sick still. You may be sick. So it's not the time. You wake and sit on your bed." So Geoff was very upset. He wanted to sit, and it feels like that. Okay, he said, "Okay, I will do as you say." And he slept. And mother said, "There is a walking stick behind that bed, and you can take it and knock it down loudly." So I'm down there in the kitchen baking some cakes for you, some cupcakes, and you may feel better after you them start making them down in the kitchen, and you can just knock it loudly, and I can come upstairs. So Harry thought that I can knock it often. I can knock it so frequently. It would not help my mother. She could be very upset that I want to have so much things. And she would tell me that no, I can't do anymore. No, I don't want to trouble my mother. I think I can tell her all those things in just one time. So Geoff called his mother and said, "Mommy, can I have..." So Harry called his mother and said, "Mom, can I have my drawing book, some crayons, one pencil, eraser, sharpener, and can I have paddy paws too?" So mother said yes. She brought all the things and went back. So can you guess who was Paddy Paws? Yes, Paddy Paws was the little kitten. And that kitten was 6 months old, cheery and merriful as ever. She was bright and playful also. She was a little kitten. She was still not a cat. She's only 6 months old, and she is really a cute little kitten. So Harry liked him, and so when he was suddenly he felt sick, and he wanted to call his mother, but the stick has fallen down, and now he could not. If you'd go out of bed, he may feel more sick. So he slept for some time and thought that it may pass out, but it didn't. He felt more and more sick. At last, he took some drawing paper. Then suddenly an idea struck his mind. He took some drawing paper, scribbled that, "Mommy, I'm feeling sick. Come back fast." Wrote and saw a piece of string near his bed and took it and then just tied it around the kitten's neck and said, "Paddy Paws, go back to Mom as fast as you can and tell her I want her now upstairs." When Patty Buzz told that her mother was in the kitchen, their mother was in the kitchen, Harry's mother was in the kitchen making cakes, and then the kitten went and started meowing loudly. But his mother heard it and said, "Oh, hello, kitten. How is Harry now?" And the giraffe said, just looked up, and the note in her neck. Mother saw that, noticed it, and read it. "Mommy, I'm feeling sick. Come back upstairs." And her mother and his mother ran upstairs with a basin, and soon after that, Harry felt better. So when he was up, so soon Harry was now feeling well, and he couldn't now think of having a cold. So one day he was playing, and suddenly his neighbor was Tom, another boy called Tom. He took his kitten and put him in a, what can you tell? That's a water body. It's a pond. We put the kitten in the pond, hold it tightly, and squashed it inside. Took it out and just squashed it like this. He put it, and the kitten was feeling very uncomfortable. It was started meowing very loudly. And Harry heard this and ran back. He couldn't climb the wall very fast. He saw what Tom was doing. He couldn't climb the wall very fast. So he went back to the bottom of the garden, and there was a gate leading into the Tom's garden. So there he ran and took the kitten out from Tom's hands and holded it in his hand. And then he just went and inside the shed at the bottom of the Tom's garden. So he pulled the kitten and said, "Now you can't do anything, horrid little boy, Tom," he said. And Tom was very angry at this compliment. He said, "Okay, I'll lock this door. Let us see how it can come out." He locked it and went away. And next he said, will not open the door unless you beg at my foot to open the door. Unless you will say sorry and beg at my foot, and then you will have to be then I will make you my servant for 15 days. You will have to do everything I say. You have to close your school, everything. You have to come to my house and work as a servant. And Harry didn't want to do that, so he sat down and thought, "What can I do now? The window is too tiny for me to squeeze out." So an idea struck to his mind, and he said, "Yes, Patty Paws, be ready. You will have to take one more message to my grandma. Sorry, to my mother, because today I'm going to see my grandma who is ill, and my mother wants to go very fast, and I cannot miss the train. It's in 30 minutes. I'll have to be very fast," he said. And then he went to Patty Paws and said, "Oh, Patty Paws, go away fast." He now wrote something on a paper, tied it to her neck, and said, "Go away very fast. Take it to mother." So Patty Paws ran inside the house, and there was Harry's father. Here come yearly to see his mother. They were all going now. So his father also had come, and he saw the note, and he ran back, told Tom's father very bad. He told that Tom is a very bad boy, annoying, extremely horrid little. And then Tom's father heard this and was very ashamed. He beat Tom like anything. And then Tom was then Tom realized his mistake, and then now it was Tom's turn to apologize to Harry. So he apologized, and then Harry returned, and they went back to see the grandma. And from there now, and Tom didn't know how did Harry's father came and opened the shed's door. Still now he doesn't know. And I'm also not going to tell him. Will you? No. If he will find out, I can't think what he can do. So that was the story of the tale of the two boys and the little kitten. And now the kitten has grown into a big cat. Now Patty Paws is a very good old cat. So that was the story. Thank you. Have a nice day.